Today on the channel, we're back at it with another G.I. Joe classified unboxing, and I'm feeling a little bit of deja vu with the Steel Corp Sentry and Modular Defense Post.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another G.I. Joe Classified series unboxing and review. And today, we're feeling like we've been here before about, 4 or 6 weeks ago, but this time we got the Joe version, the Steel Corp Sentry and Modular Defense Post. I'll never memorize the name of this thing here, but it does look good, it is cool, but once again, we've pretty much seen this from the Cobra variety. Now we get it from the Joe variety. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And for all your G.I. Joe Classified series needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. And I just picked up a ton of new Joe stuff from Jay's Toys and Games. So if you haven't been over there lately, check it out. Check out the new arrivals. Save yourself 15%. Got to get the deal out there. And I did get this from Hasbro Pulse. I believe a Pulse exclusive, if I'm not mistaken on that one here. And as I said earlier, we did unbox the Cobra one 4 or 6 weeks ago. What is time once again? We will bring that out. We'll compare the two against each other. But it's interesting. As we say with all toy lines, G.I. Joe no different. Got to get the most out of your molds. They build something like this for the Cobra team. Got to come out with it on the Joe, change the colors, give us a different figure. Bada boom, bada bing, you got something new. Have to imagine the snake armor, another one, that's not a one and done mold. They're going to use that with different color combinations. Hopefully they put some time in between it, but we'll see where that goes. We'll probably see a G.I. Joe snake armor. Can you imagine that? I hope not. But we have seen it from Cobra. Now we're going to see it from Joe's. And yeah, you're right, Todd McFarlane. This would be the perfect time to mention this. It's very interesting that Joe and Cobra have the same build out, the same thing going on. And there's one reason for that. It's a man called Conrad Hauser Duke. Of course, Duke playing both sides, and we know he goes both ways. We're pretty sure about that. But he also plays both sides. As we know, he has an illegal whaling operation. He's killing the world's whales using our taxpayer dollars. We found that out. We found out he is by no means the true leader of G.I. Joe. That's comical. That's old news at this point. We all know that. He also may be a child molester. We think we found that out. The police officer arrested him on an unboxing not too long ago. He's just not a good person all around. And I think everybody watching this knows that 100% by now. But we also know he played both sides of the building contracts with Joe and Cobra. Once again, going both ways, that old Duke Hauser, Conrad himself, he's nothing but trouble. And he got working with Cobra, he got working with Joe's, got the money, kept it all for himself, working both sides, just a dangerous, slimy individual. Don't be like Duke. Be like Flint, a guy that helps and brings up the team, doesn't push him down. Of course, we all know that's why he's the true leader of the Joe team. But now we're diving into this one, the Modular Defense Post, Sentry Modular Defense Post. Got the little Steel Corps member over here. Always good to see him. G.I. Joe Classified. A little artwork, always looking pretty good. Looks like the battle's on there. You got the dragonflies in the background, an army builder set if there ever was one. A lot of people griping about this set with Cobra. They'll have the same gripes about these as we know. 4 and up, you 3-year-olds, you're out of luck on this one here. 175 QR code there. Little glamour shot of the figure itself. And then on the back here, we get the breakout. We get the loadout. What's going on in this set? A lot going on in this set for sure. Not a bad piece of business, but we're going to get it out of the package. We're going to see what's going on inside. And we kind of know. Once again, we kind of know what we're getting ourselves into. We already had this once upon a time. A lot of stuff going on. And that's it. See you later, Shuffle. Goodbye. 175 Steel Corp Sentry and Modular Defense Post. Got the little foot locker here. And then we get everything locked down. We get the figure in the little plastic prison. Good to see that. And then everything else is locked down. So I'm going to take this offline, get all this tape, all these twist ties off, and we'll be back talking all things Steel Corp Sentry Modular Defense Post All right, we got the Sentry Modular Defense Post out of the package. Got it kind of put together. We'll run it through its paces, but if you had the Cobra one, you kind of know what you get yourself involved in. But let's check out the steel core member here that we come with, and we do got some accessories with him. He's got a little knife, just a little one, perfect for bread and some toast in the morning. Silver blade, black handle, very gummy on this one. We do got a pistol. He's ready to go. He's ready to shoot somebody all in black. Nice little pistol. Could put an effect piece on there. Does not come with an effect piece. We got the pistol. And then we got the standard issue G.I. Joe rifle here. The green shirts always having these. Duke, all the other guys having these. Of course, Duke barely knows how to work this thing. He's always turning it around, shooting it backwards, and then he's shooting through his armpit all back at his men. That's usually what happens. I don't know how Duke got into these situations. Todd, do you have any idea? Yeah, Todd just shrugged with his toes. He has no idea either. How did Duke? He's like a Gomer Pyle, but 10 times worse is what he is. Got that going on. But now we're diving into the member here. Can add this to the rest of those steel core members. And once again, this is an army builder pack. It is modular. You can expand, extend, do a lot of stuff, and it doesn't hurt to have more of these guys if you need them in your collection. But he does look good. I like the greenish yellow visor, the helmet over the top. Looks menacing. Looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with, even though you can't see facial expressions or anything. Almost looks like a robot. I do like his build. He's very big up top. It's like he's a superhero type character is what it almost reminds you of. Looking very good. Got the shoulder guards over here. SCS over here. He's got the Joe communicator up at the top. You got a holster right in the middle of his chest to store his knife if need be. Got some extra bullets sculpted into over here on the side on that shoulder. Forearm protection. Got a big coat over there. Got a vest with all kinds of pockets sculpted in. Got the hole in the back. No Joe backpack with this one. You do get a nice belt. You got a holster for his pistol on the side. Looking very good. Love the camouflage down low. Screams G.I. Joe with the camouflage pants. Holster on the side once again. Another holster over here. So interesting. He's got multiple holsters, but not multiple guns to put them in. So that feels a little bit by being a miss, but it is getting the most out of your molds, using a different mold that had these with somebody that had weapons. He doesn't. But it is a little bit confusing. I wish he did come with 2 pistols just because of that. So that is a little bit of a bummer. You do got black boots down here low. Arms all the way around for us. Butterfly shoulders. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Hands back and forth side to side. 2 gloved hands here. Both trigger hands. He's ready to go. He's ready to fight if he needs to. You do get the ab crunch. You get the waist articulation. Head back and forth side to side. You do get the neck articulation. One cool thing about this is you can pop this head off and you can put a different Joe team member on here. So if you want to make a different version of Flint, you could do that. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with that. So there is some options here for customability if you need to. Drop down hips, leg goes up for the big boot, thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees, very tight, boot cut, ankles back forth side to side, up and down. The usual articulation as far as the classified series goes at this point. But pretty cool. We've seen this before. We'll probably see it again, but we got to get the most out of our molds. We got to repaint it. Fits on a ringside stand. Is what it is. But it's cool to get a figure with something like this. It goes back to the old days. It's always great to get a play set that comes with an exclusive figure. And that's what we got going on right there. But now we're diving into this. Once again, we've seen this before. We do get 2 different ladders here. The yellow and green attack. Big Oakland A's fans over there, as we know, with the Joe brand. Looking very good. You can move this around. So you can buy multiples of these. You can build up. You can build out. You can do whatever you want. So you do have the ladder here. And then you get the little pegs you can put in the bottom. And it'll make it so you can connect these ladders. If you need to climb higher, whatever you need to do. You could connect the Cobra one to this if you really wanted to. But we do get the spacers, the connectors across here. So you can build it out. It has different things to make different wings, different areas, different things. Use your own imagination. You can choose how you want this laid out. Now, it gets pretty expensive if you're buying multiples of these, but if that is your thing, if Joe is your brand, probably wouldn't hurt to buy more of these if you want to. But you do get 2 ladders here. I'm only going to use one. Another one's going to go in the baggies. That's what's going to happen for me. But we do got a ladder there if need be. Now we do got the big old weapon here. Looks like something Roadblock might have. You get 2 of these weapons. We've seen these with Roadblock. We've seen these multiple times in the classified line. We do get the bullets that go in there. You got the ammo boxes here that go on there. And then you got the articulation to move this around back and forth, side to side. You can be shooting on some cobras if you need to. Now, once again, you can stack these if you want to. Make them a little bit taller. You got the connector pieces. You can have this taller if for whatever reason you need them to be taller. You do have that option. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use just this one like so. And it does plug inside there. Just like we saw with the Cobra one. A little different weapons, which is nice. But plugs inside there and you can be shooting everybody through there if you need to. 5.647 on the side of the weapon here. But 2 big old machine guns. A little bit gummy. Maybe you got to heat them up to get them bent right exactly how you want them to be. But you can't put them there. You can do whatever you want with these. So we got those. And then we continue on. We get the big missiles here. Almost reminds me of like, was it like the G.I. Joe Rat Pack or something? Like the G.I. Joe Rat. It was like those drone vehicles they had you could buy. I had those as a kid. This kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But you got the missiles, which do detach if you need to. You do got holes in the end. So if you have any of those missile effect pieces we've received quite a few times, you can plug them into the side of that if you need to. Looking very good. Very mustardy yellow on these, then gray on the ends. Once again, a little bit gummy. GARDO1 is what it says on all these missiles. And then it does have an articulation here, arm, so you can move it up and down, of course, if you need to. And it's just going to sit right here on the ground is where this is going to be. So you got to, there you go. You got to angle it up so it does stay. You can put it here, but you could also throw it on top of this if you really want to. So once again, it's modular. Do whatever you want. Lay it out however you want, but a little bit more firepower for the Joe team if needed. Now, that Steel Corps member is down on the ground. He's got all these sandbags here. He's ready to protect against the flood. You never know what he's up to. The other ones are more of a desert sand. These are the G.I. Joe green colors. Once again, got to get the most out of your molds. Makes sense throwing this in here with that. So we do get that. Now, diving into the unit, all plugs together very easily. You got the 3 walls, the front, the 2 sides. Open in the back, so you got a little bit of a hideout if you need to be, or you can open this up, pull the doors out. Really is choose your own adventure. This is modular. Do whatever you want. Your imagination is the only thing that's going to hold you back. Buy 50 of these and make a whole wall, make a whole unit, make your own pit. But we do know that was one of the stories we forgot to mention about Duke. He did burn down the pit. That's why they had to go to the mobile defense unit. They had to move their location into that because of him. Man, that Duke, just no good, no good. But we do get the weapons rack that clips into the side like we saw before. Peg holes in the bottom so you can peg in the weapons if you need to. Just a little Joe hideout. You got the silver color. You got that iconic Joe red from the pit back in the day as well. G.I. Joe star in the front looking good. G.I. Joe mod system is what it says. And remember that one night, Todd? You remember that story? Who told us that story? Was it Sneak Peek? Did Sneak Peek do that? He is a peeper after all. He's a peeping Tom, and he was peeping on Duke, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Sneak Peek or it was Blizzard. I don't think it was Blizzard. He usually doesn't talk a whole lot, but I think it was Sneak Peek. We're going to out Sneak Peek in this one. He told me one night he was sneaking a peek, and he was looking in through the front here, and Duke was using this as a porta potty. Yes, a porta potty. Yeah, I don't know, he's playing jokes, what he's up to, but he just made a mess all over the walls, all over everything. Just Duke special. He put the Duke special on the inside. Just terrible. Just absolutely terrible there. And I think he made Skidmark go in there and clean it. And I think he even blamed it on Skidmark, if I'm not mistaken. That's like Duke. Duke, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Blaming the Joe team. But good thing we had old Sneak Peek sneaking a peek at Duke doing his business inside the porta potty here. But that's just one of many Duke stories. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But up at top here, we do got that antenna, the back and forth, looking very good. Plugs in, plugs out. You don't have to use them if you want to. You can if you want to. It's modular, once again. You got the spotlight here. Of course, you shine that right on Duke, and he just freezes. He doesn't know what to do. But you got that. Now, you can put this missile system up top here if that's something you'd want to do. That's probably how I'll end up displaying it. Probably throw these sandbags there in the front. This will be inside, as you can imagine. I don't know what I'll do with this second ladder. I don't really need 2 ladders, but different ways you can build this out if that is your thing. This is great for people that like to use a little imagination. I think this is better for some that are deep in the Joe line. Maybe that's all they collect. They're going to buy 4 of these and really build it out. But for me, space is limited. I got only so much room for my Joes. I collect a lot of other toy lines. This is an expensive piece, over $50. I'm good with just one of these. I'm good with just one, or I guess I should say 2, as we do got the Cobra version over here. Same mold, same everything, make them different, or combine them if you want to. You could use this and combine them into 2. choose your own adventure. Once again, it's modular after all, but there it is. The G.I. Joe Sentry Modular Defense Post. Be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Did you even pick this one up? Did you say, I got the Cobra one, I'm good, or I don't need this at all, I don't got room at all for this? Be interested to hear your thoughts. Gotta say, this and the divers, I mean, both of these combined and the divers, probably my least favorite Joe things this year. You like what you like, you don't what you don't. They're just, I don't know, it just feels like not something I need. I don't know. I obviously needed it because I bought it, let me tell you, but I feel like there's better uses of money for Joe stuff and stuff I'd rather see instead of this. Maybe that's just me once again, but cool for what it is. If this is your thing, let me know in the comments down low. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for a little Sentry Modular Defense Post, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?